Okay, so thank you guys so much for hopping on the call tonight. Tonight we have Carolyn Walker, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about her. She's going to talk to us about challenge groups, but first I just want to do a little bit of housekeeping and talk about Success Club so far. Okay, so I am obsessed with Canva, you know that, and you can go in there and they already have templates. They have free templates. So this literally took me, I started this at like 6:57 and finished it at 6:59. So you can always do fun things like this. So for Success Club already, Ashley Lindsay is an alien and has 12 Success Club points. So go her, she's already hit Success Club 10. And if you're not familiar with Ashley, she is a mom of two. Her husband works third shift, so a lot of times she ends up basically being a single mom. And where she lives, she cannot get internet connection. She has to go off the data that she has, and then once she's out of data, she's kind of done for the month. So her strategy is get as many successful points at the beginning of the month, and then she does what she can when she's hitting up Wi-Fi. And with a new baby, you can't really just be like, hey, let's go hang out at Panera all the time. It just doesn't really work. So I love to talk about her and use her as an example that if she can do it, anybody can. I literally think she hit Emerald when she was like in labor with her second child. So Ashley's amazing. I love using her as an example of stop telling yourself that you can't do it because X and do it anyways, even though X is, holding you back. So good job to Ashley. With 4 Success Club points, so close to hitting Success Club 5 is Tanner and Molly, who both have, Molly just hit Diamond. I guess it was last month now. I can't believe it's already been that long. And so both of them are Diamond coaches, so also are getting $18 per cycle with their cycle bonus versus $14 as an Emerald coach. So another incentive to always strive for getting that promotion in your business, more money each week on your paycheck. So, and Deanna, I don't actually think I've ever said your last name out loud. So Deanna, you are the only Deanna on our team. I'll leave it at that. And she has 4 successful points and just hit Emerald in her first 30 days. So congrats to her. That's awesome. Shauna, who's been working a crap ton of hours, still has 2 Success Club points. Go her. Heather is a new coach, signed up her husband, and is so close to Emerald and has 2 Success Club points. And Jessie Eek also has 2 Success Club points and is 1 away from being Emerald again. So so proud of you guys. You guys are doing awesome. And I just wanted to take a second to recognize, and those are just my personally sponsored coaches. So I know some of you guys may be on the call, but I just went ahead and put that together for personally sponsored. I am still waiting on our leaderboard for November. I think I need to hire somebody new because I will be like, hi, are you alive? Just making sure because nothing has got done this week. So I didn't forget about you guys. I just might need to outsource that to somebody else. Okay. So the other thing I wanted to touch base with really quick is that our Eat This 5-day Eat This Not That group starts December 14th. So that's Monday. Last time we ran it, it was kind of like, meh. So I hired somebody to put together a posting schedule that gives 2 Eat This Not That specific things and then just 1 clean Christmas recipe to share. So I will make a image that we can all share for the team and post that tomorrow. So that is the 14th. Let me see what else. Our 3-day refresh group starts January 4th. We're going to do the team-wide 3-day refresh. And Carolyn, you and any of your coaches are welcome to join us too. It's coaches and challengers. And I want you guys to start talking about this now because people are going to be like, oh my gosh, I ate too much for Christmas. So start talking about who wants to beat the fluff of the cookies. Basically, enjoy yourself for Christmas, but let's get back on track together. So with the crazy, shipments, 3-day refresh isn't something that you can sign in and get it on Beachbody On Demand. I am telling people that really probably, I don't know. I want to probably say the 21st is the deadline because who knows? Some things get there fast, but I'm still waiting on my Shakeology from November 24th. So, and I'm still bitter about it and I say it every day. So yeah, I would start posting about that as well. So those are just some things to keep in mind. And then our three-day coach sneak peek is going to be December 28th. So I think those are basically important things coming up. So I want you to like get a calendar. And what I'm looking at right now, if you can see, is I put my calendar up there. I put the dates that everything starts. I put the dates to post about things so I remember. And then I just bought it, my 2016. So I get a nice big one. I can write when things start, and I can write, when to post about things. That has helped so much with organization. Hammer and Chisel, another group, starts December 21st. Thank you, Danielle. And I am doing another Hammer and Chisel on January 4th too. So you're always welcome to pop into my groups or make your own, definitely totally up to you. But speaking of that, Carolyn is going to talk to us because she is a rock star with her challenge groups. And so I really was terrible at challenge groups, really up until the last couple of months. I was awful, and they were just non-existent. So Carolyn is the founder of Team Electrify, and she's a diamond coach. If you've seen, Danielle Mullen was just posting her logo that she had. This is Carolyn that made it. So reach out to her anytime if you need a logo. She does cover photos. She does graphic design full-time. She's done recipe books, graphics, logos, flyers, and obviously she's a coach, so she knows like what kind of stuff that you want. She's Success Club 5 All-Star, and also personal trains. So yeah, so she's is Carolyn Maroon your upline, your direct upline? Okay, yeah. So she's, on our team as well through Illuminate. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the floor, and I want you guys to chat and ask any questions you have as they come to you. Talk to each other in the chat as Carolyn's talking too, and then we can address everything at the end. So don't think you have to wait to the end. Just type it as you think of it.
All right. Thanks, April. Thanks for having me on the call tonight. I've always been a sucker for challenge groups. I don't know why, but I just love them. I love going over the top for them for my challengers. So I made a little presentation. I'm going to share my screen. Can everybody see my screen? Okay. So the art of challenge groups. Basically, you all know what a challenge group is, but to me, I think of it as the first impression of any Beachbody program and basically the coaching opportunity to your clients. It gives them a fun and energetic and upbeat insight into what we do as coaches and why we love the programs and products so much. The more you and your coaches post, the more the challengers will participate. Because if they don't see you posting, they're not going to want to post either. And you want to make it the first experience that is like the ultimate best experience that they can't refuse to stay around for another round. I start with promotional invites. It's a little easier for me because I'm a designer myself, but you make your invites to the group engaging. You don't want to just have a program of the 21-day fix or something like that and that screams Beachbody. I like to make it a little bit more personal and pleasing to the eye that really grabs the attention. And when I post with my photos, I normally ask a question that is engaging to them. So for the holidays, you want to pinpoint that personal experience, like that emotion, like get in their head. What are they thinking? Oh, the holidays are coming. There's going to be a lot of parties. There's going to be cookies. There's going to be cake, lots of food. You're going to want to get rid of it. And in your post, you also want to go why the program will help them, why should they do it, and what's in it for them. So here's a sample of one of my promos that I used last month to promote my fitness group. And so I won't read the whole promo that I put out, but I started with have you been thinking about joining a fitness challenge, but have been telling yourself that it's just not the right timing? Well, Thanksgiving is officially in the books and 2016 is right around the corner. Do you really want to put on, I want to get in shape on your New Year's resolution list this year? Didn't think so. And then I just go in. So I want to start with a story, then I get into why it would help them, what they would get, and why they should join. So the next part is you got to invite all the time. I post on my social media platforms 4 to 5 times about each specific group that I host. I ask my family, I ask all my coworkers every single day. They're probably annoyed at with me, but keep asking them, get them one of these days. I ask past challengers all the time if they want to just join in again because they don't have to purchase anything. It's just a new experience. And I also post in my local groups on Facebook. I find groups that are based in my community, and I just post on there, see if anybody wants to join us. And I also email my leads, and you can even start an event page. And what I've been doing lately is asking for referrals. So if someone joins my group, I'll tell them that I have a referral program, and that if they find anybody who wants to join them, I'll send them a little reward like a gift card or the Fix 8 cookbook or something like that. Post planning. This is my biggest thing that I'm obsessed with. I plan out my posts daily in advance, like a month in advance. I make sure each post and each day is different and interesting from the last. And I actually pick out a photo that goes along with each day before the even start date. So then everybody who signs up to post can just straight copy and paste everything so it's completely laid out for them. I write posts that I would be excited about as a challenger, so you don't want to make them boring and generic and all about Shakeology and Beachbody. I actually get into the heart of emotions and different, like, make people do different wacky things on Wednesdays, and I give away prizes on bonus days. So some examples for the different days. On Monday, you can do motivation, memes, quotes, move on, and never skip a day. Tuesday, recipes, Shakeology, like a tasty Tuesday. Wednesday, I do Wacky Wednesday. And yesterday I actually had my challengers do wall sits in their holiday pajamas, and I'm sending them a sample pack of the performance to one person who won. That was voted on today. Thursdays, I do Thirsty Thursdays with either Shakeology water or a smoothie. Friday, I focus on fitness or a funny meme, or I get them to use BOD so they get a chance to see the on-demand library and test out other workouts. And I've been highlighting hammer and chisel, of course, since that's starting in January. Saturday, personal development and getting them to really dig deep and think about their goals and what they want to do. And then Sunday is always meal prep. This is an example of my post planning schedule. So I have the 2 posts for the start of the program, and then I just use Microsoft Word and go day by day for all my posts. And then on the left-hand side, I have the day, the date, and who is scheduled to post that. So I'm always on top of everything. Some of the photos that I have for my posts that go along with it, of course, you got to have recipes. That was my Wacky Wednesday, wall sit in pajamas. I talk about other programs with the 3-day refresh, some water, recipes, and motivation. Beware of repetition. Don't use the same post for every group you run, because you're going to have challengers repeat your group, and you don't want to run into that instance where you already posting the same recipes like 5 times, because they're going to get annoyed. You're just repeating yourself. I like to make sure each group is different, and I never use the same post twice. And I don't personally like copying someone else's posting schedule from another group, because I like to make it my own, because the more that your group is dedicated to yourself and your style, it's going to be that more interesting, and your challengers are going to know you even more. Working together. I always ask my personally sponsored coaches to help me with the daily posts. I like to plan out everything because I'm very organized, but I divvy it out, and I post in my team page and have all my coaches volunteer to post for the days. And I also like to set a specific time for each post, so then it gets the challengers into a repetition and gets them to know what they're expecting out of the group. I personally do it before 9 a.m. Eastern time every day. And prepare your challengers. Track their packages. The shipping has been crazy lately. Last thing you want is someone to have a late package and not be able to start on time. If that happens, I promote them to use on demand, and I also send them the materials that they would have in like the meal plan book and the meal plan trackers. Make sure they actually read their materials, ask them questions, get them amped up. And I actually created some PDF guides that they can print out for extra help. I personally go over the top for my challenge groups because, like I said, it's their first impression and I want them to be excited to be a part of it. So some sample PDF guides that I have a welcome to the group that just explains who we are and what they're going to be looking forward to about the program and all that jazz. And then the second PDF I have is on Shakeology and meal prepping. So I have a little table, the Shakeology bar, like how to shake it up and what different things they can put in it, and some of my favorite recipes. And then my newest one is a meal prep planning guide where I've actually made a table for everybody to print out, track your containers and what week you're on, what your goals for the week, plan out your entire meals. I have the food list in there, and I also have a grocery list that they can actually print out and write on them themselves. And I post these the 3 days before the start of the group, so they have something each day that's not overwhelming and it's broken down per day and gets them excited to join. The pinned post in your group is similar to your description, but it gets people even more excited. It's what the group is, what they're looking forward to, and some of your tips. And I like to end with a task for them. So an example would be, let's start off by introducing ourselves. Comment below with your name, occupation, location, favorite holiday food, and your goals for this challenge. And I tag all of my challengers and my coaches, and I make sure that I comment on it myself, because if you're not answering your own questions, you can't expect anybody else to answer them. So you always want to make sure that you're always engaging in every single thing that you're posting. So then it shows them that you're committed and you're dedicated and you mean business about this group. So this is a sample pin post that is pretty generic. Welcomes them to the group, my 21 Days of Fitness, some tips and tricks, and remembering to take their photos. On the start date, like I said, I make sure all my posts are up before 9 a.m. Eastern time. All coaches in the group should be posting on a daily basis. I always post my sweaty selfies, my Shakeology, all my meals, and I even ask challengers questions throughout the day to just make sure people are engaged. And I tag my challengers in my own posts. And you always want to make sure that you engage them, respond to everything. Even if the person commenting on a question isn't your client, you still can answer them and be engaging with them, because everybody's in the group together and you're all on your own journey. And just because someone isn't your challenger doesn't mean you can't talk to them and help them. We're all coaches. We're all supposed to help each other. If you hear crickets, don't give up. Always show consistency on your own group. You can try posting about a prize or a reward to see if it grabs anyone's attention. Or you can really think about your posts. Like, are they really exciting? Would you be excited about them? You can also personally message challengers to make sure everything is okay. Sometimes stuff is going on in their life, so you just want to engage with them. And you can try posting on your own wall and tagging the challengers, saying how awesome they are doing, because that kind of like pushes their friends and family to see it, and they'll comment on it and egg them on and be like, oh, good job, you're doing great, like keep it up, you're so inspirational. And that might irk something in them and get them to engage more. And you really learn from every group you run, so you can just take what you have from the previous group and make it even better for the next. Build up for the next group. Don't just close the group and let your challengers sit there after the challenge is complete. Yeah, they might be for 21 days or 60 days, but I always have it running. I just update the banner and the name, and I keep it going, because if they're engaging, I'm not going to start a whole new group and try to build it up again. I have a pretty solid group right now that I'm really excited about, and they've actually repeated 3 times. And even though it might be the same people, it's still motivational, and it's getting them to see what Beachbody can do for them, and eventually they'll even become coaches. For the groups, I promote BOD. Like I said, I share videos of other programs within the group, and I promote my next challenge group that's starting the next month. So it gets them excited to see what to look forward to. Other challenge group ideas, rather than just the 21-day fix or hammer and chisel, I had our recipe exchange, because everyone loves recipes. A 30-day exercise challenge. You can just go on Google, type in a challenge, and you can just make a little group for it. It's pretty easy. Clean eating challenge, like we've seen all the time, and I actually just started a Shake It Up challenge. It's called 12 Days of Shakemas, and I'm using BOD, and I bought Shakeology, and I divvied it out for 12 days. So I bought the packets, and I divvied up for 2 people, sent them out. They bought half of it, and they're going to use BOD, and it gets them into a commitment without making that real commitment and spending a lot of money that they aren't ready for. So it gives them a taste of all the programs, what to look forward to. I made a meal plan, a recipe books, and they're trying the Shakeology, and I'm hoping it goes out well, because the more that you put into this group, the more that they would get engaged into another group and hopefully become a reoccurring customer. And that is all I have for my different challenge groups. So I'll open it up to questions. Let's stop sharing my screen.
Okay, that was awesome. Thank you for that. I love that idea of the shake, like the 12 days of Shakemas. And even if you did, you could also do, if you didn't want to divvy it out and send them, you could also do a 6-day group and have them buy the 6 sampler pack for $29.95. And we've done that in the past. Before they had the 6, we've done it with the 4-day, and we've done like a bring your own shake group, and they just pay the $20 and they get a meal plan and things like that. So anybody, that's always great for new coaches too. You know, if you're having trouble getting people on board, I mean, anybody will spend $20. Sometimes spending $130 is, you know, especially this time. But even if you would just get people at least to spend the $20, if they're not willing to pay for anything right now, get them to sample it. And then come Christmas time, you know, New Year's resolutions set in, then that would be something that people would want. So yeah, that's a great idea. Okay, looking at the chat, Jesse, go ahead and ask Carolyn your questions. There you go.
I was just wondering what program you use to create your PDFs.
I actually designed it in my own design software, but then I put it into PowerPoint. So I just saved the PowerPoint as a PDF.
Okay.
Yeah, she was asking. I was like, it's probably something like super fancy. She's like, I created the software myself, so you can't have it. Sorry. But seeing that I do actually want to pay you to do the PDFs you do just for every challenge group, the what was it? It was the getting started, what to expect, and then the meal plan, and then there was something else.
Shakeology.
Yeah. So I will just we'll chat, and I'll send you over like my logo that you made. And then like just choose like more like pink colors, and
right.
You could just do that for us, and then it will change like team name and things too. So yeah, just send me that so I can like look over that and see if there's anything like worded verbiage wise I'll change, but I definitely want you to do that for us because I love those. That's awesome.
Okay, perfect.
Anybody else? This is something like we love, like I'm obsessed with Canva, and I'm like stupid when it comes to this. I had to teach myself it. So we are just kind of like more and more doing more things like that, but it's really crazy how not hard, you know, it is to do things that set your stuff. You look so much like more professional. If you look at Brittany Leggett, if you look at, you know, every single post she makes is professional looking. It's something that's eye-catching, and that's what sets her apart from Joe Schmo as a coach and a top 10 coach, I think. And so if you just kind of treat your business like, I'm a top 10 coach, I'm gonna take pride in my posts instead of like this blurry picture, oh, this will do, slap it on there. So yeah, so who has questions for Carolyn, whether about challenge groups or, posting or designs, whatever? Let's see.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Actually, Jesse and I were just talking about this today. The changing up your scripts, because is that what your post planning was? Is that more like the scripts that you use in your challenge groups?
Yeah. So each
Okay.
day I have a daily post and that I post in the morning. So I plan it out, and each group I do differently.
Okay.
The days of like Tasty Tuesday is going to stay, but I'll change up the recipes, and the Wacky Wednesday is never the same.
Okay, because that's what we were just talking about this morning, because this is like the second group we've run together and we're using the same script. So we need to change it up or people are going to be like, okay, yeah, that's the third time I've seen that recipe.
Right.
Yeah, that's how I am right now too.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
So what do? Do you make them all yourself, or do you have your coaches help you with the schedule?
I actually find it fun to make the schedule, so I actually write everything out.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
And then I have my coaches pick the days that they want to post, and then we go from there.
All right. Well, I suggest that we have a big old powwow, and that's what we do. I have like a 3-week template, but again, you can only use it because I do the same thing. I have an ongoing group, and then I just change the banner and I actually change the name too. Because like you said, if like people are going crazy in my group. And one other thing I did is I hired somebody, and she tracks everybody that comments and posts every day. So every day, and then she schedules it to buffer. And so every day she posts the image that she just makes on Canva, and it's like this person. And in 3 days, like today's top person had commented or posted 46 times in 3 days. So it's definitely doing awesome. And when they see their name and they see that they were able to get prizes, because I do prizes every week, that has like changed that.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to do that too, I have a woman that does it for like $5 an hour. So it's like maybe $10 a week I pay her. It's awesome. So we as a team need to figure out and maybe just do kind of like I did before when I asked people to help me out with that, and maybe just throw some things together and we can create a new 3-week template or something like that. Danielle and Jesse, we can talk about that.
You could even divvy it up by a day, like somebody take a Tasty Tuesday or something like that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Like per week, you can do it per day.
Okay, will you tell me again what your days are? So Monday is
normally motivation or a meme. Tuesday is Tasty Tuesday.
okay.
Wednesday, Wacky Wednesday, and I do a prize for like a challenge. Thursday is Thirsty Thursday for Shakeology, water, or a smoothie. Friday is either fitness with bod or a funny meme. And
Fitness with bod, like you sharing a different workout.
Yeah, to get them to go on the online streaming.
Okay.
And then Saturday is Self-Love Saturday, so like a personal development type of thing. And then Sunday is either meal prep or sharing of the coaching opportunity.
Okay. And how do you share your coaching opportunity in your challenge group?
I post videos that I make, and I talk about what it has done for me. Or if another coach in the group has a video, I post those.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I've been actually able to talk about it more openly lately in challenge groups, which is crazy because I remember when I first started, I'd be like, "Ooh, I'm not asking anybody like that. They're probably going to think I just want them to want their money or da da da."
Yeah.
But I think that like a true sign of a good challenge group is when you're comfortable talking about anything, and when you're comfortable bringing that up and things like that.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's see. Danielle said I borrowed Alyssa's posting schedule and made it my own. She had a week 0 prep week, and it went over really well. Was that like nutrition focused?
Carolyn does that too.
Yeah, it was like giving them tips on how to like meal prep in bulk and recipe suggestions, how to use their containers, how to take their measurements. Like each day there was something that prepared them to lead up to like the official day one. And like I have a couple people in there that were taking this month off, like a girl that's pregnant and can't do it right now, like she's not allowed to do it right now. She was like, please do this prep week again, like when I start again. So people really liked that.
Will you share that document into our Run Pink group too? That's awesome.
Yeah, it's an Evernote thing. I'll try to figure out how to share it.
Just email it to me and I'll do it.
Okay.
Thank you. But yeah, so I was actually just thinking that today, and I know it's time consuming, and Shalene Johnson is always going to say, if you think work smarter, not harder. So you want it to be you. So like what Danielle did was she took Alyssa's and made it her own. So something I could easily do is I have a girl that does my monthly newsletter, and so I do the parts that need to sound like me, or I'll change some things to make it sound more like me, but for the most part she does the newsletter itself. And so what I could have her do is like, hey, can you come up with like 6 Tasty Tuesday posts for me, and then I could put in like my stuff there. So don't be afraid to like use Elance. Elance.com is awesome for things like that. Like you can hire somebody, and if it doesn't work out with somebody, it doesn't work out. But this woman is awesome, and she's a stay-at-home mom, and I'm working on trying to help make her be a coach too. So you never know who you might find. But Carolyn, this is her thing. She loves doing that. Me, I'm like, that sounds stressful. Don't sign me up for that. So if it's not something you want to do, don't be like, oh man, I'm not doing that. Ask your teammates to help you, or get on Elance. Like you can do things like that for, barely any money. So cool. Okay. Jackie, you're quiet. What questions do you have? Or do you go by Jackie or Jacqueline? Hi.
I was unmuting.
No,
I go by Jackie.
Okay. I thought so.
Just change it to the long name so it's more professional than mine. That's about it. I guess my biggest question, because I struggled with this earlier, I kind of fixed it for now, but in free groups, do you require them to sign up for a free Beachbody account?
I don't. Only if I'm using BOD.
Okay.
I do. I did, and I didn't for like 6 months, and now I do. And I found that a lot of people are repeat. So it's not like every month you're like, sign up for this, sign up for this, sign up for this. It's just when I get a new person, I have them sign up because one, like if they just randomly order something, you're either going to get credit for it, or you're already your coach if they get into a group. They're like, oh, I got 21-day fix. Even if they've used the 3 payment plan, they're already your customer, and you can get them into their group. And what I do is I just say, hey, I will 100% add you. I'm super excited. Just do this real quick. It takes about 5 minutes. It makes me your free coach, and then it gives you extra access to recipes. And there's a really awesome blog on Beachbody's website. Because if you've never gone onto Beachbody's blog, go. Like there's awesome stuff in there. I will go and find recipes all the time for my like page. Also, Autumn Calabrese has a blog, and graciously.com is one of my favorites as well. So those 3 are basically, I have my, the one guy, I have him schedule all of my recipes on my like page. I try to do 1 recipe a day until he fell off the face of the earth. And I have him either go by Autumn Calabrese, Beachbody, or Gracious Pantry, or something off like Googling 21-day fix recipes. But that's really easy to do for your Tasty Tuesday posts and things like that. And then like talking to people about, hey, this is from the Beachbody blog and things like that.
Okay. Just one more question to follow up with that. What's your response to requiring them to do that? Because I get maybe 10% of the people I invite sign up, and the rest they see my post with the link and they disappear. They don't want any part of that. So I'll lose a lot of challengers. So I'm not sure which way to go.
Okay, maybe you're putting like too much wordage into it. Just keep it simple and be like, all you got to do is click here, sign up to this link. It gives you free access to healthy recipes, makes me your free coach, and then I'll get you added right away. Like that's
Okay.
Don't be like, because people are like, oh my gosh, what am I getting myself into? Just keep it simple is what I would say.
All right, thank you.
Anybody else have any questions? Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Carolyn. I definitely have took some notes and have some stuff to do and to revamp our challenge group. So I really appreciate you jumping on and taking the time out. And guys, for you, I will see you at 8 for the Illuminate Your Business calls. So thank you so much, Carolyn.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.